Car in the back as instructed, moving Kyle Busch to the inside of the front row, flanked by Michael McDowell. Rest of the top 10 are Kyle Larson, Todd Gilliland, Chris Buescher, and the Ryan Blaney machine, Chase Briscoe, and the two of Austin Cedric as they get ready to come toward the Geico restart zone and get going.
Pace car driver takes the pace car onto pit lane. They're now into what will be later on the Geico restart zone. The green flag is out at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Todd Gilliland pushing his teammate hard. Michael McDowell, he'll take the lead into turn number one.
Into turn one for the first of 260 times here this afternoon. The first four begin to separate themselves by 3 car lengths. The bottom lane working extremely well. Kyle Busch will lead this race off turn 2.
How long will he stay on the bottom line? The outside's preferred, and yes, makes the transition to the top, leaving Kyle Larson below. Then a nudge to Kyle Busch by Michael McDowell, who dives to the inside. Put Michael McDowell to the point as they head into turn number 4. Kyle Busch outside.
Drag race off of turn 4 to lead lap 1. They're 2 by 2, 10 rows deep. It will be Kyle Busch at the stripe, edging out McDowell. Larson dives to the bottom. Trouble along the front stretch. We got 3, 4, 5 cars involved here in a crash just on the second lap.
Doug, in the middle of that pack, Harrison Burton got turned, and then it looks to me Eric Jones might have been part of that. Daniel Hemrick was there, B.J. McLeod. Also, Christopher Bell involved in that accident. The big one happens here at Atlanta just after we started our second lap in the Ambetter Health 400.
And you know who benefits from that? Joey Logano. He went to start at the back, but now he serves his penalty under the caution, so Logano's penalty not quite the death sentence that he thought it would be. Looks like Carson Hocevar got some of that. Alex Bowman's Ally car, it's all used up. They'll probably be able to fix most of these cars, but a lot of heavy damage here early on.
Doug, just as they got by the start-finish line, I saw a puff of smoke, and you could see the accordion effect happening about 8 or 10 rows back there. And Harrison Burton's car was the first car I saw going sideways. Also involved in this, Noah Gregson, heavy damage to his car. We also see Austin Dillon, who had a terrible Daytona 500, could not afford that again this afternoon, and indeed that's what's happened. We're about to take a look at the replay again. As Doug talked about, there was 8, 10 rows, 2 by 2. As they came down to the start-finish line, one car checked up, Todd Gilliland checked up, and then that got Austin Dillon out of shape. And as Dillon got out of shape, everybody else piled in. Let's go to Brad Gilley.
Harrison Burton already in. He's got a little bit of damage on the left rear quarter panel of his race car, waiting on Austin Dillon to come in. He hopped on the radio and actually blamed Martin Truex Jr., at least for the piece of it that he got on that one. They're going to have to come in and fix some damage. Wendy Venturini.
Let's go over to Wendy Venturini.
Right now we have Alex Bowman stopped at the edge of pit road. Right in front of me is Carson Hocevar. He's come to a stop. The team is trying to lift the right side of the car from all the damage to get it onto the jack. Also, I know Denny Hamlin commented he had a ton of debris. I don't see him hit pit road yet. I saw Christopher Bell go by me with extensive damage. And also right now, coming around, ooh, we're gonna get out of the way here. Noah Gregson is coming very close and has damage on all sides of his race car. Brett McMillan.
All right, Christopher Bell is in. Their plan was to keep him on the lead lap. They didn't have any flat tires, but when they got to the right rear, they looked up at the box and told Adam Stevens, said, we got a more serious problem here. So they told Christopher Bell to shut it down. He has now shut it off, and they're doing a little more work. He did say the steering wheel was about 90 degrees off, so we'll see how long he's here, and if he can get back out again. He's now on the crash clock.
We watched the replay again and again. Todd Gilliland got off the gas at the start-finish line. Ryan Blaney tapped him. Then Austin Cindric tapped Ryan Blaney, kind of the accordion effect. And right behind the 2 car was Austin Dillon. He got turned, and the wreck was on. Let's go back down to Wendy Venturini.
Stopping directly in front of me now has been Chase Elliott. His car has been turned off. The team is going to work on the damage on both sides as they pull the front fenders off, trying to pull it away from the damage right now. No tires at this point. They're putting some bare bond around the nose of the race car and the splitter as they get it jacked up one more time, but not too much damage for Chase Elliott.